Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be using AYAKA and FURINA together in Spiral Abyss. This video is sort of designed for if you're considering pulling AYAKA, because as of recording there's a couple days left on the banner and you might have FURINA, so you want to know if you should pair them together, or if you're considering pulling FURINA on her rerun. Today we'll be using AYAKA on both sides of Abyss in two different teams. We will be using her in the second half first, using Mika and Kazuha. And then we will also be doing another team with Shenhe and Jean on the first half. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so starting off with second half, Chamber 1. We've got the Thunder Manifestation, and if I'm being honest, this is the part which scares me the most, because this boss is annoying as hell. So what we're just going to do is we're just going to make sure he's standing still so that we can use our ult and hope that it doesn't run away from him. We have basically 90 seconds to work with here. Let's just hope we can do it in time. The problem is we don't have 100% correct right now because obviously we can't get cryo on him, unfortunately, and he can't get frozen. We do have AYAKA on Mars to say, so we have a bit more correct than we would otherwise. Now the problem is here we just kind of have to tank this so that we can kill him in time. So hopefully I can just iframe with Kazuha Burst and make sure he doesn't die. Okay, we are cutting it a bit close. Okay, he is low. I think we can kill him. We just need to make sure AYAKA doesn't die here. I probably didn't need to use my ult there, but you know what? We have so many particles from Favonius, we should be fine, like so. And I think we win here. He teleported away, which is a bit annoying, but we should be able to get this, I think. Good thing about AYAKA is that her charge attacks, like, her charge attack hitbox is, like, deceivingly big. So, there you go. Thunder Manifestation is down. I am so glad he's not third chamber because we might have struggled otherwise. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into chamber 2. Let me just clear this side with my Alhaitham team and I will see you guys shortly. Okay, time for the second half. Now, we do have some Geo Slimes here, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a big plunge attack with Kazuha so that we can break their shield a bit. Do our rotation, and then if we plunge attack on Kazuha a second time, we should be able to break all their shields. Okay, their shields are basically one hit, which is kind of weird, but it should be fine. Let's just AYAKA ult here. There we go. Okay, now Geo Vishaps. These guys are a bit annoying because they get knocked back incredibly easily. Also, I am aware there is a better way of doing this. What I will just do is I will be grouping them together and swelling Hydro instead. Now we can get them in place, and hopefully they don't get knocked back by AYAKA's burst. Because it has a bit of knock... Okay, never mind, here he goes. It's fine, we can group them together a bit. Okay, you know what, that wasn't optimal. I would have wished that they both died, but they are both quite low, so we should be fine anyway. This guy has a bit more HP. Okay, nice. Alright, these guys. Problem is, they do a lot of damage. So, okay, they do both charge us, so we can just iframe this with FURINA, which is nice. And there we go. And freeze them, and okay, we should be fine. Let's just hope they don't both slam us at the same time. We might want to move. Let's see. Okay, we're doing 13k per tick here, considering they have... I believe they have high resistances right now because of their shield. We are doing quite well for ourselves. I frame a bit more using FURINA. This is the best part about Freeze. Just being able to cheese some fights sometimes and not take damage. Oh, please tell me we get this. Oh god. Okay, we should have this. I'm just gonna ult just in case though. It's fine if we don't have our ult straight away for the next half. Okay. Nice. Yeah, this is why Amenoma is really good on AYAKA and why you want to have a bit more recharge on her. Oh yeah, for one more time, we're just going to go on to Chamber 3, and hopefully this goes smoothly. Okay, Chamber 3 time. If I'm being honest, I think this might actually be AYAKA's best chamber. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the edge here, and then hopefully iframe with FURINA. Yep. Okay, we should be fine here. Yep, nice. Okay. Let's just do our rotation, and we should... Okay. Will that dodge? No, it won't, but it's fine because he doesn't die. Oh, and we have all our energy on AYAKA. Nice. This is why I just love running Favonius. Okay, these guys are getting melted right now by FURINA. Well, sorry, by AYAKA. Thanks to FURINA's buff as well. I'm actually really enjoying this combo in this team. Like, this team is really nice because when you think of AYAKA traditionally, you think of her more as like a burst DPS, but this actually allows you to normal attack on her a bit more, and I really enjoy normal attacking on AYAKA. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to group all of them up and then freeze and AYAKA burst. And honestly, we should win here. And we've basically cleared the final chamber in a minute. So hey, if you have any doubts about this team, you shouldn't, because this team is incredibly strong. AYAKA and FURINA, if you want to play them together, it's a very good duo. Me personally, I don't have Kokomi. I used to run Mona instead. And, you know, with no healer, I'd have to basically play that team perfectly. This team gives you some margin of error, and it's still a very strong team. You can also have a bit more credit on AYAKA, so I think if you run AYAKA with FURINA, that's probably the best AYAKA team for single target and bosses, if you ask me. But yeah, now it's on to the first chamber. And we shall, well, sorry, the first half, and we'll see how we did there. Okay, and here we are on the first half. First of all, we're going against the Perpetual Mechanical Array. This should be pretty easy. As you can see, we are using a different team. I'd say this team's probably more burst focused than the other team. Because of Mika and Marusase, it is a bit easier to focus on normal attacks than burst here. But you know, it doesn't make a massive difference. It just, if you need grouping, you rather go for the Kaza variant. If you don't need grouping, the Jean variant can be slightly better because you get the damage buff from Shenhe, obviously. And as you can see, quite a lot of damage we are indeed doing. Now, we unfortunately don't get it down to its weakened state after just one burst, so we are just going to do a small rotation here. We should be able to make it summon its minions so that we can move on to the next phase. Yep, there we go. That probably could have been played a bit more optimally. You know, we could have shortened the time a bit. Unfortunately, we do get the crab once again, so we get unlucky twice in a row here. But it's fine, it shouldn't be any worry. We have quite a lot of time here. And obviously the mechanical array is easier to kill when it's in its down state. So we're just gonna ult here. And, okay, we're not gonna have our ult up for the time being, because we are on a slightly long cooldown, but it's fine. Actually, you know what? We don't even need to use our ult here. We can just save the energy, if I'm being honest. So even though we had a pretty scuffed rotation, we were able to clear this quite easily. I know it is 90 seconds, but if we play this a bit better, honestly, this probably could have been 60 seconds, you know. If we didn't get some bad RNG, and if we just go a bit closer. Yeah, this again, this is going to slow down my time a bit, but yeah, this was actually a really easy clear, despite how things might look, so yeah. So far, so good with this AYAKA team and the first chamber. Or first half, rather. Okay, and now it's time for the second chamber. Unfortunately, the blessing isn't amazing, but oh well. Okay, let's see how we do against these guys. The annoying thing is we have 4 enemies here, and the first 2 spawn separately, which is slightly annoying, but oh well, I guess we'll have to deal with it. Let's just ult this guy before he can move too much. 52k on the skill there, not gonna complain. And this guy should die in 1 ult, basically. Yep, nice. Okay, let's just get 1 more skill off. Never mind. Okay, FURINA, Shenhe, and then Jean once again. This guy should also die in 1 rotation. Let's see. Okay, a bit annoying that he stunned my Jean there, but oh well, what can you do? And yeah, he dies convincingly. Okay, I can't lie, I forgot that we're not using Kaza. What I meant to do there was Kaza grouped them together, but yeah, Jean isn't Kaza, so that's my bad. Hopefully we can freeze these guys together. Okay, yeah, perfect, nice. We should be able to freeze them here. Yeah, perfect. They've grouped up, and we have basically cleared this in about 70 seconds, which is nice. There you go. This chamber, incredibly easy. It plays exactly to AYAKA's strengths. Now, chamber 3, unfortunately, did not go very well for us. I am post-coming this, and I can tell you, I tried for a bit, but I just ended up giving up. The problem is that you can't get Cryo Aura on the Hydro Tulpa, and he has a lot of defense, as well as his little summons having some really annoying mechanics. So whilst I'm sure you could clear this with AYAKA, I'd rather get this video out sooner. I'd have already rather get it out a day before, but unfortunately I am working a bit last minute here so that I can still be on schedule. So whilst I would have loved to keep trying, unfortunately this boss was a little bit too hard for my AYAKA. Chamber 1, it's pretty good for AYAKA until you get to the Hydro Tulpa. You are best off with like a Hyper Bloom team here or an Aggravate team which can turn into a Hyper Bloom team like Alhaitham. I will have a video trying other teams out in Abyss, and one feature will be Alhaitham versus the Hydro Tulpa because he absolutely demolishes it. Now, I will just use this opportunity to give you my thoughts on AYAKA and FURINA together. So, if you want my thoughts, I think AYAKA and FURINA is a very good alternative if you don't have Kokomi or Mona. Because AYAKA and FURINA is especially good for single target because you will get more crit rate against bosses from the Marusase set. So, I have about 87 crit rate against bosses here, whereas with my Blizzard Stride set, which is slightly better, I would have around 75. So you can just kind of get more crit value if you run Marusase. With AYAKA, as you see, I die here, so I just slowly kind of give up here. But yeah, AYAKA FURINA is a very good combo, especially against bosses. I actually think AYAKA can be an upgrade to Kokomi in some situations, and I'd say she's probably more comfortable than playing the Mona variant. There are also more team variants you can do, for example, using Mika or Charlotte, or so you can either use an animal healer or a cryo healer, which is some nice flexibility. But yeah, that is all for my thoughts on AYAKA and FURINA, and it's time to get to the outro and builds. Okay, so when it comes to our builds, obviously our main focus is on AYAKA. So we have nearly 2000 attack on her, obviously on R5 Amenoma, great FTP option. And then we do have her on 4-piece Marshal. I will say you can run her on 4 Blizzard Strayer. It just depends on what content is in Spiral Abyss. If Spiral Abyss is more single target, can't be frozen heavy, you might want to go Marshal if you are running home with FURINA. If not, then you can go for Blizzard Strayer. Since there were a lot of enemies in Abyss who we couldn't even get a Cryo Aura on, I opted to go for Marshal because with the build I have her on 51 crit rate, which will go up to 87. And if they do have a Cryo Aura, that will go up to 102, which is slightly overcapped. But yeah, the crit ratio is just better on my Marshal build than my Blizzard Strayer build, but it all depends up to you. Whatever you can get better crit value for and whatever's better in the Spiral Abyss is what you want to go for. So just looking at our pieces, I obviously have her on what you would expect, and cryo damage bonus. I know some characters would prefer not to go for damage bonus, but since we have quite a lot of attack already and Shenhe will give us some in those teams, I just opt for a cryo damage circuit. It also has better substats than my attack one for AYAKA when it comes to reaching crit ratios. And there's the cup. Our FURINA build, since she is solo Hydro, I do have her on quite high ER, 220 to be precise. You can see the crit ratio there, weapon there. Artifact, as you would expect, just built normally. 2, 9, 10 talents, and obviously C0. Our AYAKA is, of course, C0 as well. And then, yeah, just regular builds for our FURINA. When it comes to the rest of our characters, you know, Kaza, 800 EM, 170 ER, 4-piece Viridescent, C0, 10, 10, 10 talents on Fav, like a lot of my characters. Again, Jean, 200 ER, quite a bit of attack, healing bonus. Viridescent for situations where for situations where we are able to swirl. Level 8 burst, C1 unfortunately. Shenhe 2.8k attack. We do have her on 217 ER just because in some chambers she won't get her burst back if I have her on my normal 3k attack build. R5 Evonius, just attack pieces, 110 talents and C0. And then when it comes to our Mika, C1, 178 talents just for the attack speed. Not really relevant on AYAKA, more for Risey, but oh well. You can also run him on R5 Rightful Reward. That is a very good alternative. I just haven't gone around to farming it yet. Artifacts, just, you know, whatever pieces I can throw on him to have decent HP and ER. So yeah, that's our AYAKA and FURINA synergy together. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I do think this is a very good duo. If you do have both of them, then I would recommend them. I wouldn't recommend putting FURINA just for AYAKA or AYAKA just for FURINA, but you can if you want. It all depends on what you want. I'd say not for meta reasons, but if you like them, put them together. I like both of them together. I might start playing them together. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Navia Summons video out in 3 days, and after that we have more Spiral Abyss videos, probably one more Honkai video, and we also have a big video coming out in, I believe, near the start of February, maybe the end of February. Stick around for that. Be sure to subscribe. Also, thank you for all the recent support. Thank you for an amazing New Year's. We hit 320 subscribers over the New Year's. We hit our first video sorry, I can't speak anymore. We got 5k views on a video for the first time ever. So yeah, I can only thank you guys. Hopefully you guys continue to enjoy the content and continue supporting the channel. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video, and thank you for everything.